Back in 2024, Anthony Edwards sparked one of the biggest debates basketball fans had seen in years after claiming that players from the older NBA era had very little skill outside of Michael Jordan. The comment instantly divided the basketball world, with former legends firing back and fans arguing nonstop across social media. What made the statement even more shocking was that Edwards admitted he barely watched games from that generation before judging them, leaving many people stunned by the confidence behind the take. But now, 2 years later, the conversation has exploded again because Larry Bird was finally asked about the controversy in a recent interview, and his response was ice cold. Instead of getting emotional, Bird delivered a brutal reality check that many fans believe completely shut down Edwards' argument and may have changed how people view his comments forever.
If that is what he said, I want someone to tell him birds eat ants.
If you watched Larry Bird during his prime, then you already know he wasn't just a basketball player. He was one of the most ruthless trash talkers the sport has ever seen. So when Bird compared himself to a predator and brushed off Anthony Edwards like an ant, fans instantly understood the message. He was basically saying today's stars have no idea what kind of killers played in the older NBA eras. And the scary part is that the stats back him up completely. During the 1987 to 88 season, Bird averaged nearly 30 points, over 9 rebounds, and 6 assists while shooting an unbelievable 53% from the field, 41% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line. That's almost video game level efficiency, and he did it while dealing with serious back problems. Meanwhile, Edwards is playing in an era built around spacing, lighter defense, and rules that heavily favor scorers. Yet he still struggles to maintain that kind of efficiency. That's why so many fans exploded after hearing Ant question the skill level of older players. Bird wasn't just dominating games either. He treated them like entertainment. In 1986 against the Portland Trail Blazers, Bird reportedly decided to shoot mostly left-handed just to challenge himself, then walked away with 47 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists. Moments like that are exactly why older fans see his legacy as untouchable. He also turned trash talk into an art form. Before one game-winning shot against Xavier McDaniel, Bird literally pointed to the exact spot on the court where he planned to score from, then ran there and hit the shot anyway. That level of confidence made him terrifying. And when you add in the fact that he remains the only player ever to win 3 straight MVP awards during one of the toughest eras in league history, it becomes clear why so many legends were offended by Edwards' comments. But Bird wasn't even the first icon to respond. The backlash quickly turned into an avalanche once Magic Johnson and other NBA legends entered the conversation, and according to many fans, Bird's reaction suddenly looked calm compared to what came next.
So I had to just hit him, like, look, man, talk to me when you want something.
Magic Johnson didn't even sound angry when he responded to Anthony Edwards. He sounded disappointed. Magic made it clear that in his era, respect wasn't handed out because of highlights or social media hype. You earn it with championships. By the age of 32, Magic already had 5 NBA titles and had built a legacy that changed basketball forever. So hearing a young star with no championships dismiss an entire generation clearly didn't sit right with him. The message was simple. Before criticizing legends, you need to accomplish something close to what they achieved. But things became even more intense when Isaiah Thomas jumped into the debate. Instead of directly attacking Edwards, Isaiah blamed what he called the modern basketball propaganda machine. In a viral post, he warned fans to be careful what they believe, suggesting today's generation has been convinced that skill only exists in the modern NBA. For players like Isaiah, that idea is almost insulting because he played in one of the roughest eras the league has ever seen, where defenders could practically body check you every possession and stars still had to create offense against brutal physical defense. To many older fans, that level of toughness required even more skill, not less. Then came Kevin Garnett, and his reaction may have been the most intense of all. On his podcast, KG looked genuinely offended by the comments and practically challenged the entire modern generation. He argued that many of today's stars wouldn't have survived the physical practices, relentless trash talk, and hard-nosed competition from 20 years ago. Garnett's point wasn't just about talent. It was about mentality. According to him, the older NBA demanded toughness every single night, and legends from that era believe younger players underestimate just how brutal the league used to be.
I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago, if I'm being 100.
Kevin Garnett also brought up something many younger fans rarely think about: efficiency of movement. According to KG, older NBA players didn't have the freedom to dance around with endless dribble moves or take 10 seconds setting up step-back threes. Back then, if you wasted time over-dribbling, coaches would bench you immediately and defenders would make you pay physically. Players had to beat their matchup quickly because massive enforcers were waiting in the paint ready to punish mistakes. That's why Garnett believes older generations developed a different kind of skill built around footwork, timing, toughness, and precision. Then Shaquille O'Neal joined the conversation and added even more fuel to the fire. Shaq argued that if modern fans define skill as shooting deep threes and drawing soft fouls, then today's league might win that argument. But if real skill means dominating defenders in the paint while getting hit on every possession, then players from previous eras were operating on another level entirely. And that's where many fans believe Anthony Edwards underestimated basketball history. Critics quickly pointed out that legends from older eras are still the same people modern superstars study and learn from today. For example, Hakeem Olajuwon has spent years training elite stars like LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and even the late Kobe Bryant, because his footwork and post-game mastery are still viewed as unmatched. That alone says a lot about how respected that generation remains among today's best players. Hakeem's accomplishments only make the argument stronger. He remains the only player in NBA history with more than 3,000 blocks and 2,000 steals, a combination of defensive instincts, timing, and coordination that many consider impossible to replicate. During the 1993-94 season, he also captured MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and Finals MVP all in the same year, proving he could completely control both ends of the court at once. Fans defending the older era also point toward players like Kevin McHale, whose elite footwork and efficiency made him nearly impossible to guard, according to Charles Barkley himself. Then there's the shooting debate. Many younger fans associate elite shooting with Stephen Curry, but sharpshooters like Mark Price and Craig Hodges were already knocking down threes at incredible percentages while defenders were allowed far more physical contact. Supporters of the older NBA also argue that the rules back then made life significantly harder because illegal defense restrictions forced players to survive in true one-on-one situations without constant help defense. There was nowhere to hide weak footwork, poor handles, or bad defense. Every possession became a direct test of skill. And for many basketball fans, that's exactly why legends like Larry Bird still command so much respect decades later.